So how much did your business model change after the crackdown on the ed tech sector or education technology sector in China in 2021?
Actually, that policy gave us time very hard like hell, but indeed it actually helped us. So when the policy shut down the tutoring center by human, actually it's a very good chance for our AI virtual tutor to boom. Especially and at the beginning of this year, everybody know DeepSeek, all the parents and all the kids now, they understand AI more and they think AI could, or perhaps most probably, to replace the best human teacher.
Now you're at a point where you're looking to expand the business into the US, or you've started expanding into the US, but share or give us an update on how that's going so far.
From the beginning, 11 years before when I started Squirrel AI, our AI center is actually based in US. So our structure and the product, the base is international. It's very suitable, also suitable for US market. And I think we want to start it from the mass because, the Asian mass is good. We are hoping that we can have more than 3,000 after-school learning centers in US.
We've seen Chinese companies or Chinese tech companies in the US face issues, thinking about, for instance, ByteDance's TikTok, Huawei, some of the more prominent examples. You've certainly taken steps to mitigate any concerns by storing data locally, for instance, working with American franchisees. But is that going to be enough? And what kind of conversations, or have you had any conversations with Washington as well?
Actually, we just started. We haven't have conversation with Washington, but we made our own strategy. That's why we do not entering the school market. We do not try to persuade the education district because that is very hard for us. Why we started from the learning center, the after-school tutoring centers is so that is not so sensitive.
I want to ask as well about your investor base, because your largest investor, or among your largest investors, is Jeff Yass. He's someone who's quite close to Donald Trump or has ties into Donald Trump. Does that help you at all with any sort of regulatory hurdles you could face?
Yeah, sure. SIG actually invested us in 3 rounds all along, like they invest TikTok in 3 rounds. Consecutively. Of course, the relationship with Trump will be a very good thing for us. So I'm looking very closely how TikTok will do in the next. If they go through very well, that's a very good news for us.
What kind of financials can you share for us in terms of revenue or margins or profit as well?
Last year, our revenue of the distributors reached $300 million, and our gross margin is 70%, and I cannot mention the net margin now, but we will clear it when we prepare to IPO.
And talk to us about that IPO. What's the timeline, and as well, what's the venue that you would look at?
We want to, the time we prepare to IPO is we want to have at least 200 learning centers in US. So we want to start it maybe next year, and we also considered whether Nasdaq or Hong Kong stock market, which is better for us.